Hello everyone, and got time to make a couple of videos now. So we are going to have a look at this new set which just came out, which I just acquired with the fake money, 2,000 gold. And we're going to try coming up with some ideas for new decks. So we've got Demon Hunter. Don't play much Demon Hunter, so Wings of Hate, summon 2 1/1s. Okay, that's good if you've got like for the token Demon Hunter. It might go in. They don't have rush, so it's not easy to kill them off. 1 damage to all minions. Gain 1 attack this turn. Well, you could use this with this to get a lot of attack actually. 3 mana, 7 attack. That's not bad. Considering there's a card which gives you 8 attack for 8 mana. That's actually pretty good. Just fill the board up with these and kill them off. And if you've got what's it called? Oh goodness! If you've got the what's it called card, then the Curtress hero, then you could kill some of them off. I didn't see the last card, so we just skip that. I'm not going to risk losing this. Druid, our favorite class. Discover, choose 1 card that has both effects combined. That's pretty good. That could be good in duels as well. That goes right into a duels deck, if you ask me. Restore 8 health to hero or damage, deal 4 damage. That's an interesting one. How would this work with this? Would it heal your target and then deal 4 damage to target, or would it let you target 2 different things? That's a bit confusing how these two would work together. It's not taunt, so it's not a very good defensive card just to heal you for 8. It heals the hero, I see. So we choose 1 effect, it would automatically heal your hero, and then you use your arrow to point where you want to send the damage if you're going to use these two together. Alright, fill your balls with 2/1 whelps with rush. It's actually not too bad. That's good to getting rid of some trogs. It's a good defensive card. If you get your ramp, that's a very... Yeah, but you've already got the 8 mana card, which actually shoots 5 missiles, which are 2/2, and it gives you a body on board. But I guess this is possibly going to go into as a defensive option in a ramp period, I think. Yeah, maybe. It's got other synergies with some dragons with whelps. We might see later. Okay, so let's have a look at Dragon Bane shot. Deal 2 damage, honorable kill. Add the Dragon Bane shot to your hand. So that's like what's it called? Like the can't remember the Demon Hunter card, which you just a worse version actually. Actually, worse version. I can't remember what it's called. I think it might even be. Is it 1 mana or 2 mana? Basically, if it kills the Demon Hunter card, is if it kills a minion, then you get to repeat the effect. Here, it actually has to be honorably killed. So it was a glaive or something like that. I can't remember what the name is. Draw a card, report to... Oh my goodness, this is a very good card. As if Hunter, one of the things which stopped Hunter being too strong was not having enough card draw. That's why you had desperate things, sort of like tracking, where the old tracking actually discarded 2 cards from your deck, which you didn't choose. But, you know, 1 mana, choose a card, hopefully get the right one, you know. But you bring yourself much closer to fatigue, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day you're trying to win the game 4 turns 7 or 8 with Hunter. But then recently it's had a bit more card draw, and this is a ridiculous card draw. 2 mana, draw 3, because you're going to be using this when you run out of cards. Wow, that's pretty good. Even 2 mana to draw 2 cards is really good. That's very powerful. Well, it's power creep summed up in that card. Okay, that definitely goes into any hunter, any fast hunter deck, I should say. A slow hunter deck might not be that useful if you've got big things, but who plays big hunter at the moment anyway? Maybe with the Rat King. Summon a beast from your deck that costs 5 or less. Well, talking of Rat King, if you're only running a Rat King and the rest of your beasts or minions are from spells, then this is a way to cheat out your Rat King. That's, yeah, we may see. I actually did have a game recently against the Rat King, and it was actually pretty scary. Especially if you manage to copy it as well. You get 2 of them, you constantly got board clears. Very good for board control. But of course, we probably had the 33 Ivers, so still can get through that. Endure it. Okay, Mage, Deep Breath, deal 1 damage to a minion and its neighbors, improved by the number of other spells in your hand. Wow, that sounds pretty good. But 5 mana. I don't think we have stuff which is 5 mana nowadays for just board control. I mean, if you got a handful of 6-7 spells, spell mage is quite normal. That's basically to a minion its neighbor. It's not even across the board. That's pretty bad, I would say. That's not going to find play, I would imagine. Okay, Hatch Matron Protectorate. After you cast a spell, deal 4 damage randomly amongst all enemies. Oh wow! Oh my goodness, this could be meta defining. I think this is a very powerful card. I mean, we know what Flame Walker does. You know, you've got your cheap spells, but now because we've got so many ways to reduce the cost of spells in Mage, after you cast a spell, dealing 4 damage randomly, so you could easily, you see how some of these Mage turns go. You know, you're drawing stuff for 0. Easy 8 to 10 different spells you could do if you include the card draw, and that's 40 damage. This is a deadly card. This is like for OTKs, this card. I think it does take a bit of setup because you do need to spend the 8 mana, so you'll have to prepare it with a mana biscuit to give you an extra, or maybe even 2, so you get effectively 14 mana, and 6 mana should be enough to kill someone. 6 mana worth of spells, refreshing spring water, and yeah, well, it's just as well that Encounters Foes got nerfed to 4 mana, otherwise it would be more ridiculous. Okay, tradable, discover 2 dragons, summon them for 10 mana. That's a bit risky. There's a lot of cheap dragons which you do not want to spend 10 mana on. However, if you've got the card which automatically casts your highest cost spell, then that's a good way of cheating that out. Okay, let's have a look at Paladin, one of our other favourite decks. Discover a holy spell. Don't know what to say about that one. 2 mana 1/3 doesn't look too good. I mean, holy spells, usually you want to have the holy spells in your hand. Maybe if you can build a deck where you miss out some holy spells and just rely on this to discover them, I can't see why. You want your Hand of Adal, you want your Librams, you're not going to risk discovering one like that. I can't see that one seeing play. Ring of Courage, tradable. Tradable's always good. It always gives it a boosts it up from like a 3-star to 4-star or 2 to 3-star. If it's tradable, that's always a very good mechanic, because it's not just like, oh, I don't want this to draw, I have another card. It is actually 1 mana draw a card. Give a minion 1/1 repeat for each enemy minion. So let's say you're facing a board full of Trogs, and you have like your Righteous Protector for 1 mana. Then you play this, that makes your Righteous Protector into an 8/8. Oh, 1 minute, no. It becomes a 9/9 because give a minion 1/1. So the Righteous Protector is going from a Divine Shield Taunt with 1/1 stats to 2/2, but then you repeat the effect another 7 times if he's got 7 on the other side of the board. So that can be amazing. That's 9/9. If you play 2 of them on turn 5, It gives you a 17/17. That's crazy. That is a very deceptively powerful card. Yeah, this isn't a holy spell though, which is a bit annoying, but yeah, this could definitely go into some powerful, you know, Libram Paladin or whatever it's going to be after the Librams disappear. There you go. You got my Libram Paladin here. Yeah, I have to work out a way to bring it in at 1 minute. I just realised the screen's a bit funny, so let's just fix that. 1, 2, 3, and boop. There you go. Much better now. Okay, after you cast a spell on this minion, it gains 2 attack. Wow, I don't even have to say how powerful that could be, but we've really got, well, the cheapest spell you ever cast with Paladin is going to give you 1/1. So that's going to be, you're going to give it 1 for the attack and another 2. So you put a Libram of Wisdom on this, it's going to become 2/6, it's going to become a 4/6, 6/7, and 9/8. That can get out of hand pretty quickly. So after Lady Liadra and a whole load of what's it called? If you protect this with Taunt on the board, then you suddenly buff this up. That can go crazy. It's a bit like the other new Paladin card. What's it called again? Why did they do that? Okay, never mind. Alright. Let's skip it because I don't want to start messing around with the Scarlet. I can't remember what it's called. Alright. The one which doubles the stats which you put on it. Anyway, okay, yeah, that's definitely a card as well. Let's have a look at Priest. I'm pretty interested in Priest at the moment. The Quest Priest is looking pretty good at the moment. I've had a few games with it recently, and we've actually got, if I remember correctly, 70% win rate already. Still in Diamond, high Diamond. So not in Legend yet, but we're playing players who are sort of Legend standard. Okay, Horn of Rathian, draw a minion. If it's a dragon, summon 2/2 on Whelps. With Rush, well, that's Dragon Priest. That used to be a thing. I'm not sure you can make Dragon Priest now. Not quite sure about that card. Right. Yeah, Battle Try. I mean, drawing a minion could be good if you don't have any cheap minions. That might be worth it. Maybe big priest could be a thing again. Battle Cry, Light One Nether Drake. Battle Cry, if you're holding a holy and a shadow spell, deal 3 damage to all other minions. Well, that works with the 5 mana card, which actually draws you the holy and shadow spell. Deal 3 damage to all other minions. Unfortunately, that's even your own ones, but I guess you can't have a 4 mana 4/4, which does 3 damage. That's ridiculously strong. Interesting. That looks decent. I could get into a deck which has a lot of spells. Maybe the Miracle Priest where you're doing a lot of spells. I don't know. Not quite sure though. 4 mana though nowadays it's a bit slow and the effect. 3 damage to all minions. Even without a condition. Doesn't sound too good. Right, let's have a look at this one. It's legendary. Mida Pure Light. Okay. Divine Shield. Right. Lifesteal. Oh, that's good. So if they don't have hard removal, that gets to hit twice, hopefully. Well, if you're the other team, hopefully not. But unfortunately, this touch will not turn things to gold. Okay, fine. Death Rattle. Okay, so that's a 6 mana 4/6 Divine Shield Lifesteal. That's pretty good. That's sort of like a Ziliax, which can't magnetize and costs 1 more. That makes sense. And it doesn't have Rush. It doesn't have Taunt though, which is a bit of a shame. Also Death Rattle. Okay, also this can be resurrected with the Death Rattle cards. I think we're definitely going to see some Death Rattle Priest now. Death Rattle. Shuffle a fragment into your deck that resummons Mida when drawn. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. 1 minute, that's bonkers. That's really, really strong. Huh. Because remember, you can resurrect death rattle minions. So maybe a card which gives adjacent minions taunt or something like that might be useful now. As like an emergency, you know, you need to get the healing off your three mana resurrects, let's say 3 or 4 death rattle minions. These get resurrected, put taunt on them, they have to be killed to get through. They heal you a bunch, like let's say you got 2 of them, they heal for 8 each. That's 16 healing, plus it shuffles even more of these into deck. That's crazy. That's a really nice card, really powerful one as well. It'll be very frustrating if you don't have the right tools to get rid of it. I mean, Druid can just do 30 damage to face in one go. Rogue can also, I'm guessing. Yeah, but besides that, yeah, there are ways of combating that. Freeze Mage and Freeze Shaman could just freeze up those minions so they can't get the healing effect and just go face for a couple of turns. That should be enough. Yeah, it's a really powerful card, but in this meta it's reasonable. Okay, SI7 Smuggler. Summon a random minion with cost equal to the amount of SI7 cards you play this game. That sounds like a fun card. That's really good. I like that. For the quest, you need I think 6 SI7 cards. So if you play this, and it's an SI7 card itself, to finish your quest, you can play this on turn, let's say turn 8, something. Actually, the quest they usually finish as soon as that. Let's say play this turn 8. This is your 6th card. I'm not sure if it will actually summon a 6-drop or a 5-drop. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm sure that'll definitely go in the quest rogue, no question. Draw 5 cards, trigger any death rattles drawn. Oh, goodness. Well, drawing 5 cards, that's like the old Sprint, which was a 7 mana card, draw 4 cards. Or was it actually 6 at one point? But you usually used it with preparation because it was so expensive. But trigger any death rattles drawn. Well, I can hear how this could work. You're going to have a very heavy, big death rattle deck, which I don't see at the moment. I don't see how Rogue has the death rattles to make that possible. You got the 5-drop, which summons a 5/8, I suppose. I'm sure there are other good death rattles there, but you know, you're going to have to actually draw that card and play it turn 8 to have the effect, and by that time you've got run over by other cards. Another honorable kill. Deal 3 damage, discover a spell from another class. Choose a very terrible card. So hard to get honorable kill, and the reward is discover a spell from another class. There was a Cobalt card. It was a 4/3 which let you discover a spell, and that was a 4/3 with a body. It did cost 4 mana. And I think from the Shadows, the Thingy of Shadows one expansion, I think it was in. Yeah, it saw play, but it's 3 mana. Discover cards from. Yeah, it's not going to work. Not in this meta. These are all good cards, and they're like from 2 years ago, but now it's just like, yeah, so much more powerful things you can do. Bracing Cold. Restore 5 health to your hero. Okay, that's not bad. I mean, Shaman does like to do that. Did have like the more attritional Shaman cards. Did have heals. Reduce the cost of random spell in your hand by 2. That's good. So it pays for itself. So that's pretty good. And also you can, if you've got specific spells you want to reduce the cost of, you can set up a very powerful spell burn turn. And talking of spell damage, give a minion 1/2 and spell damage 1. When it dies, summon a Spirit Raptor, which I assume is also going to have spell damage. Yeah, so that goes very well with what I was saying in the attrition and all the cost reduction. So if that reduces the cost of this, so this can be played for 0. So you've got 0 cost 1 spell damage, plus you've got the other Scholomance card, which lets you discover a spell damage minion. So you've automatically got 2 spell damage on a stick. If you've got the weapon equipped, that's 3 damage, 3 spell damage. The rune dagger, if people even play that, yeah, could work. I can't think of a deck which would be good in this meta, like a top tier deck, but it's an idea. Don't stand on fire. Then deal 10 damage. Wow, randomly split amongst all enemy minions. Don't go face. This is like Mask of Cthulhu for 6 mana if you count the Overload, which the Overload can be a good thing if you've got the Overload quest. That was very good board clear. And we had a 6 mana Reno Jackson in Highlander Mage just about a year ago, which did the same thing. And this is a spell that has Overload though, so I think it's a fair card. 10 damage, but you are spending 5 mana, which is probably going to be your turn where you're going to use it turn 5, 6, or 7, like a hunter or a swarm minion, a swarm deck or a zoo deck is going to have lots of minions on board. That's when you want to use it. Okay, let's look at Warlock. We're going to make a comeback. Okay, Curse of Agony. Shuffle 3 agonies. What's an agony? Into your opponent's deck. They deal fatigue damage when drawn. Oh, wow. Could this be like one final goodbye for Ticketus? Ticketus deals, well, it causes fatigue damage, but this exacerbates the fatigue damage. That's a nice card. I like that. So that's effectively, 6 damage straight away whenever they're drawn, and when they actually fatigue, they start at 4. And remember, you can put 2 of these. 1 minute. You put 2 of these into the deck, and let's say this is a rogue. Let's say you're facing. Wow. This could be a counter to fast decks. If they draw 6 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's 21 damage for 2 mana. That's mad. That is amazing. That's actually really good. Wow. Wow. You can even put that in a Quest Warlock deck because it's that good. You're going to have your own fatigue damage, which is going to damage the other person, but this give you that extra bit of damage. So I think if that gets popular, you're going to have some much slower decks or very fast decks which can win without having to draw them. Okay, destroy random enemy minion. That's pretty good. Battleground 5 mana 6/6. Got stats of discard a random card. Okay. If you've got discard deck, which there isn't in the meta at the moment, it'll be a fantastic card, but it's not in the meta, so I can't see that easily how that will be useful. Is it? Destroy random enemy minion. It's also random. Okay, so it's not so good. It'll be good to get destroyed. Might have like a massive minion on board, but infestation, summon a 3/3 dreading to attack a random enemy minion. What? I don't get that. Summon a 3/3 to attack. Oh, I was wondering why it's so expensive. Summon a 3/3 Dread Imp to attack each enemy minion. Well, goodbye, Trogs. This is a Trog killer. This basically summon you. Like, let's say you play lots of spells, then you play this at the end. It's got a board full of 7 Trogs. These 3/3s will kill all the Trogs and be left as 3/2s. So it's basically 6 mana, 7 3/2s, and kill your opponent's Trogs. That's a nice card. I like that actually. I have to read it a bit more carefully. Okay, so we got Warrior. Okay, either gain 10 attack. Oh, and can't attack heroes this turn. Oh, I see. Okay, so I don't get that, but that's going to be on. Can that be applied to a minion, or is it just for your face? Gain 10 attacks. It sounds like you can attack anyone. Alright, fine. Oh, you know what might be good with the new weapon. I see you've got this weapon equipped with a 5 attack weapon, and the minion you hit goes face, but it feels kind of bad hitting an 8-8. You can take the 8 damage. You'll do 8 damage to your opponent, but it won't even kill it. But this way you'll at least kill the minion which you're trying to hit into your opponent's face. That could fit in there. It's very specific. It doesn't go for an all-round good deck, you know, which synergizes with the other cards, just like a one-off use. I mean, it might have other uses. Okay, could get rid of a rhino or something, I guess. It's only 1 mana. It's not bad. I guess the fact that it's so cheap might make it quite flexible. Shoulder check. Tradable. Give a minion 2/1 and rush. Okay, also a defensive card. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's cheap, very cheap card. That's what makes it playable. Onyxia Drake. Deal damage equal to your armor to an enemy minion. So this is like shield slam with a minion with the 4 mana 4/5 taunt. That's pretty good, and especially if you're going to be stacking armor like the big warrior does with the one with the rush, whatever, with the charge or other. If you get 15 armor, then your charge minion gets to be a 9/9 with charge. Can't remember the name of the card. It's pretty good. And we have the neutrals. Let's have a look what we got here. Frenzy and honorable kill. Draw a card. Huh? So if this attacks a 1/1, oh, I understand. And honorable kill, draw a card. Okay, fine. Right, so you play this 1/5 on the board. If it gets hit without getting killed, it draws a card. And honorable kill, if it's got 1/1s on the board and it kills them, it's also an honorable kill. It looks a bit weird to start off with. It's a nice card. Can't quite see the stats, how they would be desperate for card draw. Maybe that's an idea. You've seen lots of aggro decks. I mean, it's not too bad. I say it'd be nice if it had taunt. Alright, next one. Gear Grubber. If you end your turn with any unspent mana, reduce this card's cost by 1. So you're sacrificing 1 mana, floating 1 mana, again guaranteed cheaper card. So if you do this with first 2 turns, well, actually, if you float mana in your first turn, which Druid actually does quite a lot if it doesn't have the card draw or whatever, then it would cost 3 mana and you could coin it out turn 2, so you turn 2, 4, 5. Rogue can already do that, the Burgle Rogue can already do that with their 4, 5. I think they nerfed it, it costs 6 now, but yeah. Oh wow, my first ever diamond card. And the Storm Pack, yes, of course, because all the games I won as Alliance. That's what won it, obviously. Yeah. Must have got about 10 million honor points. Yeah, I'm sure about that. Yeah, whatever. Okay, Vanderstorm Pike, really nice. See that little sort of animation there? It looks really nice. And it's a card which can definitely go into certain decks. Definitely in duels, if duels ever gets fixed. Right, so Battle Cry, this costs less than every new deck. It reduces the cost by 3. Obviously, this is not a new card, so we won't stall on that. Onyxia in water, battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, summon 2/1 whelps with rush. It reminds me of a similar card, which was a 5 mana 5/8, which is 2/2 less, which summoned 2 whelps for your opponent. So this is basically the flip side. I think that's decent. It's a decent card. 5 mana 3/6, which does 2 damage twice. Sounds a bit underwhelming actually, but if you've got whelp synergy, then we'll see. Battlecry, Kazakuzan. This is quite like a big note here. Kazakas had always seemed too clever a sort to bottle a brew that could do him any harm. Perhaps it should come as no surprise then that the originator of the dragon fire potion was a dragon himself. Oh, so Kazakas, is that some sort of lore thing now that Kazakas is actually a dragon? Like Onyxia, Lady Prestor is Onyxia, I guess. Okay. Oh, I guess the last one must be Lady Onyxia. Onyxia. If all minions in your deck are dragons, okay, that's pretty specific. So maybe priests can manage that. Craft a custom deck of treasures. I wonder how that's going to work out. A custom deck. I mean, obviously, this is not the start of the game, so you're going to have to play this. Once you play it, you get a custom deck. Does that mean like treasures, like in Jules Treasures? You can get a few locusts and stuff like that. Nice. That is fascinating to see how that card works. It looks really, really strong, but again, bit expensive. Bit expensive, but of course, if you put it in a Vander Stormpike deck, then this is only going to cost 5 mana. This will cost 7. Raid Boss Onyxia. Rush immune while you control it. Well, there's your whelp synergy, and you have to be somewhere. There's too many whelps. Battlecry. Summon 6/2/1 whelps with rush. Oh my goodness, that is nuts. 10 mana. Well, it definitely has to be a 10 mana card, that. So we're talking about an 8/8 with 6 times 2. That's 12 damage. 8 plus 12. It's 20 damage with rush. That's going to annihilate any board, except a druid one. It'll take out Ibis's half of Ibis's health. Imagine if you could put like poison on those whelps. That'd be even more ridiculous. But yeah, but the immune effect stays while you have a whelp on board. So if you keep putting whelps on board, let's say it clears off all your whelps, but I didn't manage to clear the Onyxia, you can put more whelps on board, and then Onyxia can do 8 damage again without dying. Wow. Pretty good. It looks like what's going to happen with this meta, thinking about all these new cards. I think, well, besides Hunter getting a very, very strong aggro card with a card draw there, it looks like fast decks are being countered even more. Some very strong things like Vander Stormpike, for example. Units from the Alterac Valley expansion, which we're in at the moment, technically, I guess, because it's just a mini set which was released. This definitely opens the way for some very big, greedy decks, especially things like Warrior, which have or Druid, which have the cheap cards are really for card draw and ramp, or Warrior can actually remove stuff from the board. Priest can also do that with the spells. A Shaman Mage, I guess, could do that, but I can't see them wanting to have a big deck. But yeah, but Vandar, really nice. That could work very well with a lot of these new cards. I expect to see a big Priest, big Warrior actually probably becoming meta. Any Priest deck now would be very, will be, basically be a prominent in it. I'm not saying it'll be top tier, but priest will definitely be much stronger now because of these stronger cards, and of course the new priest with the pure light. What else? Druid. Not sure where this is. Right. Oh, it doesn't have an option for the. So many sets. Court Outlaw, Baron, Stormwind. Alright, yeah, so we said that Druid. That's interesting. Fully boards with 2/1 whelps with Rush. I mean, if you put this massive dragon in the deck, Red Boss Onyxia could go into a big Druid deck. You've got 20 mana, you play this, attack with all the whelps, and then protect it by putting more whelps on the board. It's possibly one usage. What else? Anything massive? This Curse of Agony, I think it's going to be a very strong card. That could go in any Warlock deck, especially got 2 of them. That's nasty. There was a card called Curse where it shuffles 2 curses into, or 1 curse. It puts it into your opponent's hand. They have to play it, otherwise they take damage each turn or shuffle into the deck. No, that's bombs, I'm thinking. Yeah, the curse card. This does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage altogether. 21 damage from 2 mana. That must be the highest damage card ever in Hearthstone. I might be overlooking some sort of crazy combo card, but this is the basic damage it does. This doesn't get buffed by spell damage because fatigue damage has got nothing to do with spell damage, so I guess Garrot might outdamage us if you combine Garrot with spell damage, which inevitably people do, but Curse of Agony I'm predicting is going to be a key card. I'm thinking when people realize how powerful this card, they're going to be playing it as well. That's really powerful. 6 mana. If it was 4 mana, summon a 2/2 Dread Imp, that would be much better, because that deals with Trogs for spell-based decks. But yeah, 6 mana, it's good. It might be too late to save the game, but I think Warlock's got some nice cards there. Shaman, you've got a burn Shaman possibility here. Yasharaj and the infinite combo is also a possibility. Yeah, alright. Yeah, this is just a very good card. I don't see that working. This is going to go into some decks, into Death Rattle and Quest Priest. In fact, I'm probably just going to put it in my Quest Priest deck now. I even named it. It's a bit embarrassing. Yeah, so it's a 6 mana card. I'm sure we'll find something to replace. Maybe get rid of the Viper. We'll work out a way to put it in. This is my current priest deck. This is a situation. I don't know, I have to have a think about this because these are all very good cards. 2 8s, 2 7s, 2 6, 3 6s, 3 5s, 4 4s. This is a good anti-aggro tool. We'd rather have that. We want to put this in somehow. Viper, there aren't that many weapons besides Paladin, which, well, Paladin won't be a problem with Seek Guidance because I don't do damage to them. What I've got to do is, yeah, let's put this in. Yeah, And we've got a third 6 drop as well. It gets a bit harder later on to get the 6, 7s and 8s. So this is a nice one to put on. Okay, nice. I should really rename that deck and make a video about it. Paladin's got some very powerful cards. This is a very strong card. And I think this is an extremely strong card as well. Repeat for each enemy minion. I don't think that stacks. You're only casting one spell. If you cast this on that, I can give you a lot, but I don't think unless they got 5 minions, I don't think this count. The effect of getting 2 attack doesn't trigger 5 times. There's just one spell. So I think Paladin's got some nice cards. Mage has got another OTK here. Hunter, this is a must include in his aggro decks. Rat King could be a thing. Druid, nothing too amazing. This might have synergy with dragons, but not really. And obviously play right to left, most cards in your hand, draw a card. And, oh, this is incredible. This is one we didn't review at the beginning. So this can be drawing a massive amount. If you've completed the quest as well, this is just going to draw your whole deck. You play that with the Lion's Frenzy, the weapon, which when you draw cards, yeah, this can be very, very strong. I can see some high level play with this. Could be harder for lower level players to make use of this properly, but some high level play can be incredibly powerful with this. Yeah, okay, that's my guesses. So I think we end up saying we're going to see slower decks. We're going to see a big buff for Paladin and Warlock, and possibly Priest as well. Some stuff will be coming out. And also aggro hunters, the only aggro deck which I think is really going to benefit from this just because of this card. Otherwise, everything will stay more or less the same, I think. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. That's my review of the new mini set called Onyxia's Lair. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.